Greetings friends and fellow cigar box guitar enthusiasts. Del Puckett here. And as most of you already know, I do offer several different styles of fretboards. From severe just intonation to your standard just intonation and to a hybrid that I've created called just tempered, which is a cross-pollination between equal tempered and just intonation. So I did want to kind of give you guys just a brief rundown on the differences of all these here. This here is my template, and it is a one-of-a-kind. I do not have e-files for this. Unfortunately, this is was made for me by a buddy of mine at work, and it's the only one I have. So I use it as a template. And what just intonation is when you align the frets to be in alignment with the harmonic series. And so what these numbers are the harmonics. So I don't want to go into great detail in this video about what harmonics are, but there's plenty of research that you can do to figure out exactly what this is. So what I've done is I've selected the root here, which would be the root of whatever key that you're tuned to, and then this one here, the middle string, would be the fifth. This, you can see there's four of them here. This is the template is for a 4-string. This string here would represent the fourth, and I don't use that. I only use the root and the 5. 1, 5, 1. So as you can see here, here's a whole bunch of partials. And so what I've done here is, what I'll do is I'll just slice it all the way across, right? It's up to you, right, to put in the partials where you need based on the frets that you want, right? So you can see it gets kind of cramped up in here, but it can be done. I'll show you here real quick an example. So what I've done here is slice it all the way across and then put in the partials and then just fill it in with wood putty or whatever you like, or not. So that is just intonation, severe, because I follow the harmonics strictly and exactly. The next one is called just regular just intonation. And so with just intonation, I select only the frets or the harmonics that I want, and I don't go with all of them necessarily. So for example, here I only went with this guy, and I do not use the septimal minor third here. You can see here, like, even though that there's a line here, but you can see that I don't use it. There is no fret here. What I use is I use the regular minor third, and then of course the major third, the fourth, and the flat 5. So the flat 5, see this little line right here? That's where I cut the fret here. And that is, I'm not following any of these harmonics. Instead, I measured the distance between these two, cut it in half. So this is like an equal tempered flat 5. And the reason being is because these harmonics, in my opinion, are not worth the effort, right? So I just go with the regular flat 5. The 5, and these are all the same all the way up to here. This would be the 10th fret. Here's the octave, 12th fret, 11th fret, 10th fret. So on the 10th fret, I go with this guy right here. I don't go with these ones, these harmonics. And the reason being is because my ear, which is the final judge, has deemed this note here to be the note of choice, right? So I go with this guy. So what I call just intonation, I'm not strictly going with all of the harmonics. I go with the majority of the harmonics and the obvious ones, but then on some of the notes that are less critical, I use my ear to be the final judge. So that is just intonation. And finally, last but not least, is what I call just tempered. And what just tempered is a cross-pollination between equal tempered and just intonation. And so what I did is I got my equal tempered template, and then I put my just intonated right next to it, right? And I marked them off. And then what I did, and I'll show you here that right here where my index finger is, right on the tip of my index finger, you can see that there's 3 marks here. The black arrow here, which is equal tempered, the little red dot, that's just intonation, and then the line in the middle is me splitting the difference and creating the slots for just tempered. So these videos that come down here are going to be sample videos of each one of these so that you can hear what they sound like. And it's up to you to decide if you like it, if you don't like it. And again, you know what I'm saying, there's pluses and minuses to each one of these fretting systems. And also, on a final note, I do have all sorts of different wood. Hemlock, of course my go-to rulers. I have nice rosewoods, maples, walnuts, purple heart, oak. Many options. Choices are unlimited. So if you're interested in any of these fretboards, by all means you can email me or text me or whatever. I charge $25 a piece plus shipping, and that's just because the hassle that I have to go through. This is not a money-making scheme by all means, but I do want to make them available and offer them out to all you guys. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe.